Hello guys, I welcome back you to new programming screencast. So in last video we have talked about what exactly a variable is, how to declare a variable. So in this video I'm gonna tell you how to assign how to assign a value to the multiple variables and how can we assign uh, variables different variables with different values at a time in Python. And later on, we will be talking about what are the types of variables we have, what exactly scope is, what exactly lifetime is, and we can also talk about how to delete a variable. Yeah. So how to assign value to multiple variables. Okay, now this is one important feature what we have in Python. So Python allows us to assign values to the multiple variables in one line. As you can see here, x comma y comma z is equal to orange comma banana comma cherry. So in other programming languages, if you write like this, you will not get like this. Like here, x is being assigned with orange, y is being assigned with banana, and z is assigned with cherry. Okay, now? So this kind of multiple variable assignment is only possible in Python, but not in other programming languages like C and Java. This clear. If you print x value, you will be getting output as orange. If you print y value, you will be getting output as banana. If you print z, you will be getting output as cherry. Is this clear? Yeah. There is one more kind of assignment like this. So you can assign one value to remaining multiple variables. Like as you can see here, here x is equal to y is equal to z is equal to orange. So here the orange value is being assigned to x. Same orange value is assigned to y, and same orange value is assigned to z. So if you print x, y, z, we will be getting output as orange, orange, orange only. Is this clear, right? So the most commonly used methods for constructing multi-word variable names are at last three examples. So as you can see here, guys, mostly we will be using three types of where how we can declare a variable. So if you want to declare a variable with multi-word, not only variable like class name, function name, method name, we will be mostly using these three techniques only. One is camel case technique, second one is Pascal technique, third one is snake technique. So what camel case technique is telling us? Second and subsequent words are capitalized to make word boundaries easier to see. It sticks someone at some point that the capital letter strives to out the variable name arguably resembles the camel hump. That means, as you can see here, number of college graduates. So here the subsequent first letter is not capital, and remaining letters of all other words like of if O is capital, in college C is capital, and in graduates G is capital. Yes or no? So as you can see here, the second and the subsequent words are capitalized. That is what we call them as camel case. What is Pascal case? Identical to camel case, except the first word is capitalized. So if you see in camel case, the first letter is small, whereas first letter it is capital. We call that as Pascal case. What is called as snake case? The words are separated by underscore symbol. If that is the case, we call that as a snake case. Okay, now. So according to Pipette guidelines, the style guide of Python code is known as Pipette. This is called Pip 8. Okay, now. So this Pipette is generally used for naming convention, guys. So it suggests us some standards. We need to follow the standards. Okay, now if you are working in any companies, they will definitely check the coding standards. These coding standards in the sense whether you are following naming conventions or not, whether you are declaring classes for meaningful purpose or not, whether you are creating new objects or not. All this will be taken care by the Pipette guidelines. Okay, now. So contains naming conventions that suggested standards from different object types. Pipette guidelines include the following recommendations. See guys, this is one important recommendation from Pipette. Snake case should be used for functions as well as variable names, and Pascal case should be used for class names in Python. Okay, now. So while you are declaring functions, while you are declaring variable names, you should use the snake case. Okay, now it is not mandatorily you can use a snake case, but if you use that, then it is very good programming practice. While you are describing some class names, then you should use Pascal case. So is this clear? Yeah. Now let us move on to what exactly local variable versus global variable. These are the types of variables. So in Python, you want to use the same variable for the rest of your program or module. You declare it as a global variable. While as if you want to use the variable inside the specific function or a method, then you will call that variable as local variable. So if we are using a variable throughout the program, then if you want to use the same variable, then if you declare the variable as global variable, then you can use that variable to whatever you want. But if you want to restrict that variable to within this function or within the class, then you should declare that variable as local variable. Is this clear? There are two important factors we want to know while we are talking about global variable versus local variable. The first point what you want to know is about lifetime. Second important factor that we want to know is about scope. What exactly lifetime is? Lifetime is defined as the duration for which the variable exists. Okay, now, so if you are talking about local variable or global variable, how much time it exists in the program? That is one important factor. Scope. Scope is defined as the part of the program where the variable is accessible. Accessibility is talking about scope, and the existence is talking about the lifetime. Okay, now, yeah. Now let us see some programs related to all these global variables, multiple assignments, and local variables and global variables. Okay, now let me open Jupyter Notebook in my machine. Yeah. So you all know about this concept, right? Variable, how to declare variable. We had already talked about it in last video. So in this video, I will be executing you about multiple variable assignment. Okay, now see here, guys. First, we have talked about the assignment of variables, multiple values at a time. See here. So a comma b comma c is equal to 2 comma 3 comma 4. If I execute a plus enter, then how I'm going to get? If I print a, I'm getting 2. If I print b, what I'm going to get, guys? It is 3. If I print c, that is 4. But in other programming languages like C, we will be not getting like this. Later on, how we can assign the same value to the multiple variables? That is, A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1. If I assign like this, so if I want to print A value, B value, C value at a time, if I print like this, I am getting A value, B value, C value as 1 comma 1 comma 1. Yeah. So now let me tell you one program regarding these multiple assignments. That is swapping of two numbers. Okay, na? This is one program. Let us talk about what exactly swapping is. The swapping is defined as, it is defined as the exchange, not exchange. It is the what we can do is we can exchange the values of both two numbers, or we can interchange the values. Interchanging. Simply, it is called as interchanging of two values. That is, let us take an example. So if A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 3. Then after swapping, what is the values we get? Swapping is interchanging or exchanging the values. So A will be getting 3 and B will be getting 2. That is what the swapping is. Is this clear, guys? So let us write the program for that. Now, so let me assign values of A to be 20 and B to be 30. Okay, now. So assignment is done like this. This is also possible. Or how can I assign both variables at a time? Like this, right? A comma B is equal to 20 comma 30. This is also resembling like this. Okay, this is also same resembling like this. We can do in whatever way we want, but Python is providing like this. All other remaining languages is providing like this. So if you want to swap two numbers, how can I swap this? So let us talk about that. So after swapping, what I'm going to get, guys? After swapping, what might be the output we are getting? So A will be getting, so A comma B is equal to, after swapping, what I will get? I will be getting 30 comma 20, right? So I need to get 30 comma 20. So if I want to get 30 comma 20, where this 30 is being stored? 30 is being stored in B, right? So I will replace this B with 30, B with 30 with B, and I will replace where this A value is stored. A value is stored in A, right? So I will replace this 20 with A. So if I execute this, if I print the values of A comma B, then I will be getting 30 comma 20. This is very simple logic, guys. So I didn't done nothing. What I did is I think after swapping, the value should be exchanged, right? Initially I put A value as 20, B value as 30. So after swapping, what should I get? I should get 30 comma 20. So if I want to get 30 is being stored in B, right? So I have replaced 30 with B, and I have to get 20, right? 20 is being replaced with A. So if I did that, I am getting I'm getting the required output, right? This is what the program for swapping. Here we are using multiple assignments. Is this clear, guys? Now let us talk about local variable versus global variables. This is very important, guys. Okay, now this is not the program. I will make it as markdown. Yeah. Let me make it as markdown. Yeah, now it is okay. Yeah. Now let us talk about global variables versus local variables. For that, I will declare a variable like this: A is equal to 20. Let me declare a function, def of fun, where this is a function. Here, I gonna print that value of A. So, printing that value, and I wanna call that function also. Without calling, the function will not be called. So what I did is, I have declared a variable called as A is equal to 20. This variable is called as global variable. This variable is called as global variable. So after declaring the global variable, I am using that in one function. I want to use in other function also, guys. Let me define one more function called as fun1. This is one more function. Now let me print that print of a. Okay, now print of a. So let me call that function also f1. See, if I execute this program now, as you can see here, it is printing 2020. Even though these functions, there are many functions, any function can access the global variable, not only fun function, not only fun1 function. If there are 100 number of functions in the same module, 100 number of functions will access that variable, that is global variable. Is this clear? The function, the variable that is declared outside, or if a variable that is declared within the module, that variable can be used throughout the module. Is this clear? Now let me illustrate you about local variable. See here, guys, if a variable declared within the function, so a is equal to 20. Now I gonna print that a value. See, printing a value, and now I have declared a function, declaring function. Now I have defined a function. So after defining function, if I don't call you, then definitely it won't call. If there is a person, and without calling him, how can he respond to me? How can he give his response to me? He will not, right? So after defining function also, if you call that function only, then that will be executed, right? So now I am calling that function and I am executing this piece of code. Yeah. So this is called local variable. This is called local variable. Why this is called local variable? This is declared within the function, and if you declare a function, if you declare a variable within a function, that is called the local variable. What if I print outside of that function? If I print that variable outside of the function, then I will be getting an error. See here, let me change this variable to b, and if I want to print that b value, let us check. Yeah, guys, we are printing a value, b value, c value. See here, I am taking a value as 20. I'm printing a value. Here, if I gonna print a value, it is getting a value. Even though it is local scope, why we are getting that 20 is because we have used 20 a value from the beginning, right? That is the reason we are getting that. So let me change the variable name to d. So because we don't use d, right? So let me print the value of d here. Then we will be getting an error because the scope is within this function, not out of the function. Local variables within we can be used within the function, not out of the function. Is this clear, guys? Now let me go on to other type of conclusion. We had two conclusions, right? Yeah. What is the scope of the global variable? The scope of global variable, it is accessible to all the functions. The scope of local variable is within the function, not out of the function. For this we get an error. Okay, name d is not defined here. Okay, now let me use both the values in the same program. So let me use e is equal to 30, and let me define a function def of a. Def of fun is a function. Now let me declare 40 variable e is equal to 40. Let me print that value e, and let me print the value of e, and let me call the function. See here, guys, what is happening here? You need to know about it. Here we will be having global variable and local variable. If I print value of e, here what I gonna get? See here, I am having both local variable as global variable. If I print e, what I am going to get? See, let us check once. Yeah, I am getting 40. See here, guys, if you have local variable and global variable, then automatically local variable will have high priority compared with global variable. Is this clear? Now let us take an example for this. So if you are in one village, you know sarpanch, you will be having a sarpanch and you will having a chief minister. Chief minister, local guy is sarpanch, and the chief minister is, he is a global guy. He is accessible to all the other guys, right? Like sarpanches, MLAs, MPs, etc. Right? So who will be very near to you? If you have any problem, you will go and tell to your sarpanch only, because locality here is main important. So here also, if you having both global variables and local variables will be having high priority compared with global variables. So if you don't have sarpanch, then automatically you will use that chief minister. You will go to chief minister and you will say that. Is clear what I am intended to tell you? My intention is that global variables are, if there is two variables, one global variable and local variable will be highest priority compared to global variables. See here, after here the scope of local variable got closed. If I print e here, then global variable got printed. This is one wonderful conclusion what we had. Now what I can do is I can declare two global variables. See here, I can declare f is equal to 50, and let me define a function called fun. And let me have let me declare a global variable of f, and f is being assigned with 60. Now let me print that f value. What we are getting? Think it, guys. What we will be getting if I print f value in twice? See, here I have already declared this is a global variable. In function also, if you want to declare a global variable, we can declare like this, guys, using global keyword. So if f is equal to 60, I have assigned f value to 60, and if I print the f value, what is the value we will be getting? Either 50 or 60 here, both are global variables. Then what is the value we will be getting? Yeah, let us see the output and find the conclusion. See, here the old global value will be overridden with the new global value. That is the reason why we are getting 60 in the both the cases. Is this clear? We had wonderful conclusions about all these global variables and local variables. Yes or no? The first conclusion what we had is the global variable can be accessed throughout the program. The lifetime of local variable is within the function. Okay, the lifetime of the global variable is throughout the program. If you use the local variable outside of the program, you will be getting error. If local variable and global variable are in the race, then local variable will have highest priority compared to global variable. And if global variable, if there are two global variables in the program, the updated global variable will be used in the entire program. Is this clear, guys? Yeah. So this is about local variables and global variables. This is program we have already seen. Now let us talk about how to delete a variable. So we can delete a variable using a keyword called as del keyword. So after deleting, if you use that variable, then we will be getting an error. So now let me use f value. Let me print f value for you guys. What is f value here? F value is 60. Now let me delete that f value. If I delete that, yeah, this command is executed successfully. Now I don't have f value anymore. If I print that f value, if I access that f value, what I'm going to get? I am going to get an error called the name f is not defined. After deleting one variable, you cannot use that variable anymore. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, please put them on the comment box. If you are yet to subscribe our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Take my head. Thank you.